Hello, hi everyone. Good evening. Today we are going to discuss one of the topic from US FDA Orange Book, that is therapeutic equivalence rating. Therapeutic equivalence rating. What is therapeutic equivalence rating? This is the rating given by the US FDA for all the abbreviated new drug applications after filing. So this code will be published in the US Orange Book. In that we can find the codes A, B, A, N like that. So we will discuss what is therapeutic equivalence rating and why FDA is giving all this. See here today's agenda: Introduction to Therapeutic Equivalence Rating and FDA Orange Book Overview, and also A rated and B rated products, uh, bioequivalence and ANDA, FDA evaluation criteria, importance of therapeutic equivalence rating in generic drugs. See here, first, therapeutic equivalence rating. What is therapeutic equivalence rating? Therapeutic equivalence rating is a classification system used by the US FDA, means US Food and Drug Administration, in the publication called Orange Book to determine whether a generic drug is expected to have the same clinical effect and safety profile as the RLD, reference listed drug, when administered under the conditions specified in the labeling. Yeah, see here, generally we will be having orange book. In that book we will be having all the generic drug products. Now all this will be having codes A, B, A, N like that. Why these codes? FDA is giving these codes because whenever we are filing a generic drug product for already existing one, then FDA will evaluate whether it will produce the same clinical effect and safety profile. Means the quality and safety should be same as the RLD product. RLD product is nothing but reference listed drug. So when FDA will evaluate whether both are having the same effect or same safety profiles under the same conditions as labeling, so as mentioned in the labeling. So then based on the evaluation, FDA will give rating. That is the therapeutic equivalence rating. See here, what is therapeutic equivalence? Therapeutic equivalence means it two pharmaceutical products are considered therapeutically equivalent if they are pharmaceutically equivalent and bioequivalent, or properly manufactured according to GMP, good manufacturing practices, adequately labeled, expected to have the same clinical effect and safety. So when all these criteria are followed, then only we can say both the products are therapeutically equivalent. They should be pharmaceutically equivalent and also bioequivalent, and they should be manufactured under the good manufacturing practices and adequately labeled, and should have same expected to have same clinical effect and safety. Next, see, what is Orange Book? Orange Book is officially called Approved Drug Products with Therapeutic Equivalence Evaluation. See, Orange Book, it contains all the whatever the approved generic drug products by FDA. All those details will be found in Orange Book. It is published by the US Food and Drug Administration, and it contains approved drug products, patent information, and exclusivity information. Therapeutic equivalence evaluation. See, all this information we can get, whatever the approved drug products we are having, all that information, and also patent related information will be present, and also exclusivity information when patent will be going to expire, and also therapeutic equivalence evaluations. All those details will be present in the Orange Book. We can access the Orange Book here. This is the FDA Orange Book. It will be going to FDA Orange Book. Here we can type any Orange Book, any drug product. Suppose I am typing glycopyrrolate. See here we will get. See, here we are getting so many oral solutions, inhalation, and I want some tablets, topical, inhalation, topical. We are getting only topical and then, or see here. All these are the, if we say glycopyrrolate tablet, if we click on this code, then it will be going like this. See here. Approved prior to Jan means oldest drug here. More than 40 years of production for this drug. And so this will be AA rated drug. We will discuss what are these AA, AB, etc. Like this, we can check which code we are having. Therapeutic equivalence code. Next, going to the PPT. See here. Here we can access Orange Book. Even if you go to Google and if you type FDA Orange Book, we can get the link. This is the Orange Book homepage. Like this, Orange Book will be there. All the products and their coding, whether reference listed drug available or not. Next, pharmaceutical equivalence versus therapeutic equivalence. See here, if both the products are having the same active ingredient is nothing but drug substance. If API is same, then both will be therapeutically equivalent and also pharmaceutically equivalent, both. And if the dosage form is also same, then also both are same, pharmaceutically equivalent and therapeutically equivalent. If same strength also, then also therapeutically equivalent, pharmaceutically equivalent. And bioequivalence required. In case of pharmaceutical equivalence, not required, and if they therapeutically equivalent, then required. And same clinical effect expected. In case of pharmaceutical equivalent, no, we can't say. And in case of therapeutic equivalence, yes. Next, rating coding system. Therapeutic equivalence rating coding system. See here. Here FDA will assign two letter codes. First letter will be A rated drugs and second letter will be B rated drugs. A-rated drugs, see, products considered therapeutically equivalent means A-rated drugs are therapeutically equivalent, and there are no problems of any bioequivalence studies, etc. And these products can generally be substituted by pharmacist. Yeah, we can take any therapeutically equivalent product. We can, if it is A-rated drug, then we can take substitute for any other. And in case of second B-rated drugs, in B-rated drugs, what happens? Products are not therapeutically equivalent at that time, means at the time of completion of ANDA or FDA reevaluation, the products are not therapeutically equivalent. So the reason may be any bioequivalence problems or insufficient data or drug delivery concerns, any of them. Next, A-rated codes. See here, A-rated codes. First, AB rating. In that, most common rating for generics. AB rating is the most common rating for generics, and it means actual or potential bioequivalence problems were resolved. Means there are no actual or potential bioequivalence problems for AB rating, and it meets the bioequivalence requirements. Example for this, generic tablets approved through ANDA usually receive AB rating. Next, AN rating. AN rate are solutions and powders of aerolization. Aerolization. Next, AA rated drugs. See here, AA rated drugs are oldest drugs. These products will not have any bioequivalence problems. And also, these conventional dosage forms and examples are simple oral solutions, etc. Sometimes, whatever we have seen, glycopyrrolate tablet also AA rated drug. And AO rating, that is for injectable oil solutions, and AP rating, injectable aqueous solutions, and AT rating, topical products. See here, in case of A rated drugs, I am going to explain in brief. For AB, if first letter is A, then the generic drug product is considered therapeutically equivalent to reference the brand name drug and can be substituted for it. So, first, in that AB rating is nothing but actual or potential bioequivalence problems have resolved as we have discussed, and adequate in vitro in vivo evidence supporting the bioequivalence of the product to selected RLD. And next, AA, AN, AO, AP, AT, all these codes, no in vivo bioequivalence issue means there are no issues with the bioequivalence studies. So they are suspected to be designated depends upon the dosage form. Means that is only AN means for solutions and powders, AA means for conventional dosage forms, and AO means injectable. Based on the dosage form, they are getting the different codes. Next, B rated drugs. B rated drugs means the letter B, first letter B means FDA currently considers not to be therapeutically equivalent to other pharmaceutically equivalent products. See, if the first letter is B, then this means FDA doesn't, at the time of approving, FDA doesn't have any evidence for the bioequivalence studies. So that will be designated as B rated drugs. In that we are having different types: BC rated, BD rated, BE rated, BN rated, all those. These are based on the dosage forms only. Actual or potential bioequivalence problems have not been resolved. For A rated drugs have been resolved, here not resolved. And the problem is in with the dosage form, or instead of API, problem is in with the dosage form. See here, BC rated drugs, extended release dosage forms with the bioequivalence issues, and BD rated drugs, documented bioequivalence problems. BE rated drugs, delayed release oral dosage forms, and BN rated products in aerosol nebulizer systems. And BP rating, potential bioequivalence problems. PR rating, suppositories or enemas with bioequivalence concerns. And BS rating, drug standard deficiencies. BT rating, topical products with bioequivalence issues. Next, this is about A rated drugs and B rated drugs. Along with them, we also having another one type, NR, not related. Here, what happens? Products are not listed in Orange Book, and they may be that are not multi-source. No FDA approved generic equivalents. For that, FDA will give the code NR, not rated drugs. And also another code is NA, not applicable. These are used for the products which are not reviewed by the FDA, such as the products marketed before 1938, vitamins and multifunctional supplements, multinutritional supplements. For those, no, no code will be given. And also some drugs will be off market. Include TE code assigned if applicable, product was placed off market. Some drugs will be having more than one TE code, and OTC drugs will not be assigned with the TE codes, and clinical pharmacology will indicate where TE code does not apply. Next, importance of therapeutic equivalence rating. See, therapeutic equivalence rating. Why is it important? See here, generic substitution. Pharmacists use a therapeutic equivalence rating to determine whether a generic can replace a brand name drug. By if we can see what we have discussed earlier, AA rated drugs can be replaced, can be substituted for the brand name drugs. No, so this therapeutic equivalence rating will be useful for replacing a branded drug, and also automatic substitution is acceptable. Next, regulatory importance. They are useful in ANDA approvals and also generic drug development, bioequivalence studies, cost reduction also. A-rated generics reduce the healthcare cost while manufacturing efficacy. Means instead of using brand name drugs, we can use generic drugs with, because both are same, bioequivalent and pharmaceutical equivalent. Then what we can do? Branded name drug will be high cost. Generic drug will be duplicate of that low cost, so we can easily access because of this cost reduction, healthcare cost reduction. Next, relationship between ANDA and therapeutic equivalence rating. See here, ANDA, abbreviated new drug application submitted for generic approval. Generic manufacturers must demonstrate pharmaceutical equivalence, bioequivalence. After approval, the FDA will assign a T rating. See here. Example I have given: brand drug, generic drug, and TE rating. Glucophase, that is metformin tablets. For this generic drug or metformin tablets, rating is AB. And next, Ventolin, albuterol inhalation aerosol, that is AN rated. Means it highly soluble. That means nothing but AN rating. Bioequivalence problems are not there. So whenever we are not having any bioequivalence problems, what is the advantage is we don't need to perform any bioequivalence studies. So that will be a cost reduction. So for example, if we take glycopyrrolate also, that is a rated drug, then no need of performing bio studies, then no need of a bio strength will not be there. So dissolution can be performed for one batch only. No need of comparison with bio batch, and also no need of bioequivalent studies only, no need, then it will be lot of saving, no. Next, criteria used by FDA for therapeutic equivalence evaluation. See here, FDA evaluates bioavailability, bioequivalence data, and also dissolution data, manufacturing quality, labeling consistency, and dosage form performance. By evaluating all these things, the FDA will give the TE rating. Next, bioequivalence and therapeutic equivalence. Therapeutic equivalence strongly depends on the bioequivalence. Based on that only, the FDA is giving the drug product a code. So bioequivalence means the rate and extent of absorption do not show significant difference. So usually evaluated using Cmax, Tmax, AUC, area under curve. Acceptance range is 80% less than or equal to test by reference less than or equal to 125%. So for the 90% confidence interval. Next, limitations of therapeutic equivalence rating. See here, what are the limitations for this? TE ratings do not mean products are pharmaceutically identical in every excipient and may not apply to all patient populations. It may not apply to all patient populations, and also it will be depend on the approved conditions of use. And some of the terms used: RLD means reference listed drug, ANDA abbreviated new drug application, TE therapeutic equivalence, BE bioequivalence, RLD holder, innovator company. This is a simple flow chart about rating of drugs. First, branded drug RLD will be there. Then, companies will develop some generic drug development for that brand name drug. Then they will submit. They will file an ANDA, and also then they will produce bioequivalence studies. FDA will review all those studies, and then FDA will give the therapeutic equivalence rating. A rated drugs they are substitutable, and B rated drugs are non substitutable. Again, in case of A-rated drugs, what happens is we are not required to perform the bioequivalence studies. Generally, while submitting ANDA, we will submit the bio studies. So whenever we are submitting bio studies, that will be a lot of process and also time taking. So whenever the drug is A rated or AB rated drugs, then we don't need to perform the bioequivalence studies. That will be cost saving to manufacturers, no, means companies. So for that reason only, therapeutic equivalence rating will be very useful. Recently, I have gone through this topic. This is about therapeutic equivalence rating. Thank you. Bye. Please subscribe this channel for more interesting videos. Thank you for your support.